Hi, my name is Hayden, and I'm the producer, presenter, and the editor of the channel Geologize. I have a PhD in geology and a postdoc in modern oceanography. I've traveled the world and presented all the research that my colleagues and I have undertaken. What I've discovered is that I have a passion for communicating science to the public. In my channel Geologize, I take a subject which people would take for granted, an everyday item, an everyday concept, an emotion, and I kind of turn it on its head. I geologize it. I show the world what it is like through the eyes of a geoscientist like myself. I presented about subjects as diverse as cakes, love, pebbles, even Donald Trump. I've geologized all of these subjects and I've been blown away by the response. People really connect with what I'm saying. It shows that there is not a dichotomy between science and the humanities. There's actually a really nice symbiosis. To date, I've been able to self-fund my videos. I have many more videos I want to do, but what I'm asking for in this Kickstarter video is the resources to do just one. I want you to look at the videos that I've done. They've all been done with no funding whatsoever. I think as an investor, you need to know that. The money that I'm asking for is to fund the biggest project that I've ever done. I'm going to geologize the English language. I've done my research and there is nothing even published about how the natural world affects the spread of languages. So let me give you an example of how it's done. I've done a little bit of preliminary research, but I think you'll find this quite interesting. The Vikings arrived in England in the year 865 AD. Glaciations had left thin, infertile topsoil above a hard and crystalline basement rock that provided little nutrients for crops in Scandinavia. Food was scarce, and as the Norse population grew, so too was the pressure on their land. As a result, the culture shifted to one of looting, pillaging, and outright violence, not because they were an inherently violent people, but because of a need to survive. The Vikings set sail to England to look for richer lands and to obtain what was impossible in Scandinavia. They massacred and displaced almost the entire native Celtic population and pummeled the Anglo-Saxons, but in doing so, brought thousands of new words to the English language. It's amazing to think that if it weren't for their native geology giving rise to such poor soils and crop yields, the Vikings would have never developed a conquering culture and invaded England in the first place, and English would not be the way it is today. I have identified ways in which the Earth has created the conditions which influenced Norman invasion, Shakespeare, the Bible, all of these very critical factors that went into making English the modern English that we speak today. By funding this video, you're going to help me show people how they are connected to the natural world. In this day and age, I think that is more important than ever. If people at once understand that their culture, their behavior, even something as precious as their own language, is fundamentally influenced by the history of the Earth, then I think that people will feel more connected to our planet. And that way, I hope they will treat each other and the planet in a more sustainable and kindly fashion. So I hope that you are able to give whatever you can to this project, and I urge you to check out the benefits that you're going to be receiving depending on the amount that you're willing to fund. I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and I'd like to thank Kickstarter for providing this space, this platform in which I could pitch my idea. Thank you very much.